Better not
you
get
probably
canceled.
shouldn't do
Better
that.
not get
But hold
canceled.
on.
They're gonna.
Nah.
They always want to cancel me.
Always.
They always want to cancel me. But I'm gonna do
Hello,
it.
AC.
I'm gonna surf. I'm gonna surf on the cancel wave. What's up?
Yes, welcome back to NFL HQ.
There you are. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back.
How are
Welcome
you?
back,
Welcome
Sam.
back. Welcome back, Sam.
Hello.
Who's never been here. Hey, since your team made the playoffs and all.
Whoop. I don't know how. The best of the worst, I suppose.
Yeah, they still made the playoffs.
Well,
How did you do it? How did you win the AFC South? In like the worst division I've ever seen.
The
in my
best of the worst.
No,
That's
hold
why.
on. The NFC South is hers, and the AFC South is one I just lost.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but three Florida teams with if you'd asked me at the beginning of the season which three Florida teams are going to make it, or which of the two of the three Florida teams, I would not have picked the two that were in there. I would have picked mine to be one of them. And yet they're not. Yeah.
I think had Trevor Lawrence sat with his early injuries, he would have had a better chance of winning the later games.
You are probably correct.
I know you would have. I think he pushed it too hard when he initially got injured, and then he continued to get injured, and he played like shit after that. So
he did the old "I'm all right, coach."
Yeah. I've never missed a game. I can't miss one now. Well, it fucked you up.
I haven't missed a game since high school.
And now we get to miss the rest of the games. It's one of those things.
Is he an elite quarterback? Take your rose-colored glasses off.
Man,
is he elite?
Not based on that.
No,
not based on the last month and the last month's performance. Is he my franchise quarterback? He is. Is he going to be there next year? He will. Is the coach going to be there next year? He will. Do I want them both there next year? I do.
You do. I mean, there's nothing better than Doug Peterson.
Well, I don't know. Your guy that wears capris.
We're not talking about my situation.
But you just said there's nothing better than Doug Peterson. He's better.
Quarterback whisperer. Like it's all injury based. It wasn't because
no, it's not all injury based. Part of that has to. You need to. What they had to go in at the beginning of the season, which were the quick outs and the quick out routes, really became all they could do once Lawrence got hurt. They still needed to be able to have extra time in the pocket to be able to have the threat of putting Ingram down the middle. You got to have a threat of somebody in the middle and a threat of a deep man. You can't have the guy that can catch those deep passes. Number one, not catch one last week that was right to him. But you can't have that guy just doing the out routes.
That was pretty rough.
Just doing the out routes for 5 yards. Yeah, he might break one. We saw that multiple times, but that can't be your game plan all season long. They had a better game plan at the beginning when Lawrence did get hurt. They had to go to those quick release passes, which they never were able to get away from. And all the defense has to do is study last week's tape, and they fix that. Take away those quick outs, and you don't have it's like not having a running game. And that's kind of what those quick outs were. And if you don't have a running game, you can't have a deep threat. And that went away about Thanksgiving and never came back. And you're right. It was a lot because of injury, but
on the offensive side of the ball, but on the defensive side of the ball, they seem to have had major upsets here. According to ESPN, Jaguars fired defensive coordinator Mike Caldwell.
Yeah.
And he fired him. He said bye.
And the assistants.
And multiple assistants.
The only
even Josh Allen hasn't looked good in the last few games. I'm like, where the fuck is this guy?
Their edge rushers were all they had, literally going into the end. I mean, and you're right. I understand what you're talking about, but Josh Allen obviously had the sack record.
Yeah, he doesn't make the team, but he's fucking great.
No, and their edge rushers were all they had. They didn't have they couldn't apply enough pressure up the middle. For the quarterbacks that could throw over the middle. If they weren't to him, if those two guys didn't get to him within the first 5 seconds, then what I was concerned about all year long was their secondary wasn't keeping those away. Did they have games where they did great? Sure. But it wasn't, I don't know. It wasn't consistent at all.
Story of your life.
In addition to Caldwell, in addition to Caldwell, Peterson also fired defensive line coach Brenston Buckner, which is a great name. Passing coordinator, cornerbacks coach Deshae Townsend, I feel like was a cornerback for like Atlanta at one point. I feel like I've said that name before many times. And Tony Gilbert, safeties coach Cody Grimm, senior defensive assistant Bob Sutton, defensive quality control coaches T. Mitchell and Sean Kalina. Everybody, they just scooped out the defense.
Is that the head coach saying, keep me around for another year, owner? No, they were keeping him anyway. They weren't going to do anything, but I mean,
they just like took the defense and just scooped it out. Just let's start over again with some new leadership in the defense,
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that,
so,
but
yeah.
Well, I mean, can't really do anything otherwise.
Well. The Jaguars made some changes to their offensive staff, firing running back coach Bernie Parmalee, old Dolphins running back in the Marino times.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember him.
I did not know that. That's amazing.
Looks like Deshae played for the Bears, the Giants, Titans, and Cardinals.
Every team of what I said.
I'm sorry, worked for an assistant coach as them.
Oh.
So I lied. It looks like maybe he played for Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Okay.
Yeah, I was Pittsburgh. Sorry.
Good.
I can't
But
read.
he was coaching for the other
teams. Yes.
All right.
So that's what happened, and everybody is fired on that side of the ball. So
I mean, that's typical Jacksonville also. Depending on the year, it's either offensive coaches or defense. I mean,
that's true.
How do you know
just
that?
the way they
how do you know that so firsthand, Sam?
I mean, I've been with my husband 8 years. I've had to watch him be sad every year.
She's watched the meltdown.
And have you been
every year?
Have you been a Tampa Bay fan as long as you've known him?
As long as I've known, when I met Dave, I did not have a team, and I liked football. I'd watch football. I understand football. I don't know football like you guys. It's fine. I won't ever, I don't think. And I'm fine with that. I like it for how I like it, but
you do better than 94% of women out there. Probably.
I love
fantasy football team.
I love playing fantasy football because it makes me pay attention. I get to root for players rather than just a team. I like getting to know the players through that. But when I met Dave, he goes, you probably should pick a team. I'm like, well, I'll just be your team. He's like, yeah, no, that's a cop out. Find your own team. Even though I root for Jacksonville quite a bit.
What's going to sting is when you start rooting against them. Now just root against them. So good old dose of his own medicine.
That would sting.
Yeah.
I don't root against her team though.
Only
if she would have
when we
picked the
played
team
each
I
other.
hated though, if she would have picked the Cowboys or the Jets or the Patriots, I would have rooted against her hard every fucking time.
Would have never picked any of those teams.
Did that factor in when you were trying to choose?
Actually, no. I told them, I said, okay, give me a year. We were playing fantasy football. And I said, give me a year. Let me watch football and see who I like. And that year, Tampa Bay was on Hard Knocks. And I really fell in love with their defense. Gerald McCoy was one of my favorite defensive players ever. He's such a cool guy. He used to host like Game of Thrones watch parties at his house. He was really just a good guy. And I fell in love with the team then, kind of. Well, I started watching that. And throughout the year, it was actually Monday Night Football. Tampa was playing the Patriots, and against Tom Brady, when Tom Brady was on Patriots. And I was like, you motherfuckers, get him, because we were up and then we lost. But and Dave goes, I think you found your team. You're really rooting hard for these guys. I'm like, you're right, I am. So I picked smart.
It was smart to nudge her into the NFC. Right. Just nudge her right into the NFC and be like, I gotta. I'll see you in the Super Bowl. Never.
Well, and it's funny because Dave's ex-wife's favorite team was the Jets. And a couple of weeks before I chose Tampa, I was like, babe. And I just was joking with him. I was like, I think I picked my team. He goes, what? I'm like, it's the Jets. He goes, fuck off. I'm like, no, I'm fucking with you.
He like reveals like a secret closet full of Jet shit.
It's
like, well, good thing we don't have to throw this out.
I'm still not a fan of the Jets.
It's terrible. Plus, you guys would play each other a whole lot. But that was great that you got to to go to the game together.
Oh my gosh, so much
you've
fun.
never rooted against him. You always want him to, but except for that for that
Oh yeah,
Sunday.
and boy was
Oh,
I
and did
boy
she
was I
root against
rooting.
me?
How many
Did-
nanny boo-boos did you get?
Dude, all.
Well,
I'm kind of pissed.
it was kind of cool because Levante David played for Nebraska. He was a Cornhusker, and he sacked Lawrence. And I was like, oh! You know,
Yeah.
it was like a double, you know, excitement because it was a Nebraska kid, you know. But it was really fun. I had never seen Tampa play live in person, especially at, you know, Raymond James, and it was cool to know now, you know, what happens on a first down and what happens, you know, what the
Stuff you
chance
don't. Yeah, the stuff
and
you don't
stuff
see.
you don't see on TV.
Right.
And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I was there, you know.
Right. The chance they do.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what was the third down or the.
It was somebody would yell Tampa and then it's Bay. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Third down Tampa, and then everybody
Well,
else.
lucky for you guys, there were a lot of touchdowns. And what happens when there's touchdowns at Raymond James?
Yeah.
The cannons.
Right behind us.
Oh my gosh. They were directly right behind us. It
That's
was
awesome.
so cool.
Okay.
They even had Santa playing. Well, he was probably not really playing, but
He was probably not really Santa.
Right. Playing Enter Sandman
I don't believe
up on the pirate ship. It was pretty fucking cool.
Actually, I have a video of that. That's pretty.
Me
It
too.
was very cool.
Okay.
So
And
no,
yeah,
go ahead.
I'd love to see that if you guys can show that.
Oh,
that'd be
yeah.
awesome.
Can you show it now?
Probably can find it.
But we can't. You won't be able,
You
to,
won't
hear
be able to
the
hear
Enter
it.
Sandman
That's okay.
part.
That's fine. You can.
You can always
see it.
telegram it
Yes.
to me.
That
I can.
that we
Bear with
could.
me.
But anyway,
So-
that was quite a game because I remember when they went up with the first touchdown there, and then did you feel demoralized immediately, or did you have Dave? Did you
No.
feel like there was when? We'll get into that in a minute. The utter shame spiral, but that first touchdown, was it demoralizing? Were you just excited to be there? But then
The first touchdown, no. The first quarter, no. 'Cause it's only the first quarter. There's still plenty of time. Then it just kept coming. It just kept rolling. It's kind of like basically everything that's happened to me and my thoughts all since Thanksgiving. They just continued because every week we've gotten the team's gotten demoralized and it just kept going. It was the funny thing is when we figured out our teams were playing each other, we're like, all right, we're going to go to this game. May I just add, I've been to multiple Jacksonville games, none of them in Jacksonville yet, nor England. But I've been to multiple and I've still never seen them win live. I've never seen them win live. I think it's me.
That's what I was worried the most about when I saw that happen. And it was like
that I'll just never go to another Jacksonville game.
I was happy for Sam, but at the same time, it was such a beatdown that I felt like you wouldn't let that ruin your vacation, also, would you?
Oh no!
Oh no! He
Being
was
in
a
hostile
little bit.
territory.
He was very pissy that night. I have to say.
You wouldn't be able to control me.
At the game, it sucked. I'm not gonna lie. The game would have been fun, a lot more fun, because I was having fun with the fans that were there.
Oh, there's
We're
a little
having
kid
fun.
behind us. It was cute because I was like, AC, I sent that to you. I was like, it's my first game ever for Tampa. And the little kid was like, me too. I'm like, high five, buddy. You know what I mean? It was really fun.
But
Nice.
May I say also that first off, when we got there, we had just such a great time before going because we went a couple days early. And we went down to the Riverwalk and we went to new restaurants and just neat stuff. And Tampa's a great place. We went and saw manatees.
You want to talk about manatees?
No, I'm just saying they were so excited.
But
those things are just, remember, I put that comment on your show last week.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what
they're just pretty much dumb like sea dogs. Like,
just
like poor, like fat otters,
That's what it was. But
they were great.
But we had such a good time down there. Also, may I also say that the Tampa Bay fans going to the game and Raymond James Stadium and where it's at, it's like it's not in the middle of downtown. It's to the west of downtown. But it's still a very populated area. It's it's from downtown. It's west of there, in between there and the beach, the other direction. But so we didn't stay very far from there. We got to the game hours ahead of time.
I think we got
What-
there
yeah,
at noon.
hold on. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm asking the questions here.
Okay.
So you woke up so you flew in, you woke up in the morning. Was it Sunday at that point, or did you have a Saturday?
We flew in Friday evening.
Oh.
We got there at 5 on Friday, or to Tampa on Friday, and game was Sunday, so we had a day in between.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we stayed till Wednesday.
Oh,
So
that's fantastic. So
it was wonderful.
what was the highlight before the game? Before going up to the game, what was the highlight there? Any good dinners? Did you have? You
Yes.
trying to stay-
Her highlight was the manatees.
No, well, no.
Yes, it was.
Did you
It
land
was.
and see manatees immediately?
No. Actually, our first night was really nice. We found it was Dracula's Legacy, wasn't it called?
Something like that. a
The
little
vampire wine bar.
Yeah,
it was
It was
pretty
a
badass.
vampire wine bistro, and the waitress there was very nice. She brought us, little, samples of wine so we could figure out what we wanted. Dave even had a glass
I'm not
of
a wine guy, but I had a glass
Can you
of
say?
wine.
Can you say the name of it again?
I think it's Dracula's Legacy,
That sounds right. I'd have to. I don't
something
know.
like
That
that.
sounds like a place that I would frequent.
It was pretty
was
badass.
awesome.
1,000%.
I'll
It was-
send you
Tampa Bay.
pictures of that too.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. And we had an appetizer there, and then Dave found a restaurant. And we went to. He was like, "Oh, we'll just walk and see where it is, and then we'll come back to it." And they're like, it was like 8:30 or something, and the restaurant was called Spain, and they were like, "Oh, well, we stopped serving it this time." I'm like, "Let's just go in and eat now." And we had some of the best seafood I think I've ever had in my life.
Really?
The calamari
Yeah.
was not, how here in Nebraska, any time I've gotten calamari, it's been boingy, rubbery. This
From
was
being
not.
frozen.
It was not.
No.
It was delicious. Even the tentacles weren't rubbery. We had nice music that night, and then the
Yeah,
next
that-
day we ate at that Finn's place, which
How'd we lose Dave?
I don't
lost
know. It backed me out.
Dave knocked you out. Oh, let me try that again.
Yeah, I don't know. Try it again. Might knock me out.
Careful.
it.
Yeah.
Good. That
Yeah,
good.
here's
It was a bit much. Yeah.
There's your inner Santa Claus, man.
Inner Santa Claus man.
So set this up. So you're at the game, and what is this again?
So this wasn't halftime. It was like a TV timeout, and they were like, "Focus your everything on Santa."
I think it wasn't halftime. I think it was good. I think it was the end of the third quarter
Yeah, probably
because
that.
it was an additional. I mean, it wasn't just a TV timeout, but focus your attention back up on the ship because at this point in
Everything
time,
happens on the ship. If
I
they
was-
have
Oh, yeah.
special guests, if they
Yeah.
have
Very ship oriented stadium.
whatever, yeah.
the reason I know it was probably at the end of the third quarter is because by this time I'm done. I don't even care.
Dave's
so
wandering
I'm-
the stadium
so
as
I'm
I'm cheering
wandering.
on Tampa.
I'm meeting people. I go up and I'm checking stuff up around the ship and area and stuff like that. I'm meeting some of the pirates up there and meeting
I've got
some
a
of
picture
the,
of
the yeah.
Were people nice to you, or
That's-
did you find really? Because
You know what? It's honestly the fans there. I've been to multiple stadiums as an opponent. And just there's been a lot of times where a lot of people are nice, but there's always a percentage of the crowd that's like F you and just kind of really rude. The last time we went to Kansas City, the last time we went to Kansas City was pretty bad.
Kansas City,
it
I
was
heard,
we
was
had people
pretty bad.
throwing stuff at
Yeah.
us.
They
We
were
had
bad.
and
I'm like,
then,
it's fucking Jacksonville. You guys don't have
Right.
to be like this.
Dick.
Come on, we're not. Yeah,
But right.
we have no vendetta with you.
Right. But honestly, since the beginning of when we got there, hours before, everyone was overly nice. I mean, there wasn't, and I was trying to think, is it because both of the teams are in Florida teams? And
That's what
so
I'm
they've
thinking.
got, but
That's
there
the
were
only connection I can think. And you're also AFC,
Yep.
NFC, so it doesn't really
right.
doesn't
But
matter
there were,
that much. But if you were rivals, like
Yeah, and they only
I-
play every 4
if it
years.
was Houston,
Or so. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
If
I
it was Houston,
don't-
they'd probably be.
right? You'd be
Yeah,
mad if
you
it was
might-
you.
you might be right. Or let's be real, Vegas. Come on, those Raiders.
Right.
Those Raider fans, no matter what town they're in, they got to be mean, right?
And now it's happening like it does in Miami, where people don't get there for a little while. Like it's not packed in the very first quarter because there's other things to do.
Yeah,
I'm like at
that's
the
not how it
Mandalay
goes
Bay
there.
trying to get away, like at the Mandalay Bay. Like, all right, I'll the game's starting. I'll be there in a second. Ding ding
Right.
ding 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 ding
Right.
ding. So that's definitely a factor. So yeah,
No,
the Raiders need to do a whole different thing. I think they might get John Gruden back, but I digress. Let's check out. You don't think so?
No, I don't.
Want to make a bet?
You think? No, I don't. There he is. There he's jamming to Enter Sandman. Hold on. If we're really quiet, hold on. See if this works.
Wait.
It didn't work.
Why would it
I don't
be
know.
on ours?
Oh, never mind. You just sent him that?
Yeah, I sent him that.
Oh, will volume work on his end?
I don't know. It's not working.
Are you sending it to me on Telegram?
Yeah, I sent it on Telegram.
Yeah, what I do is I download it to mine and then I play it so it'll have volume. That's how I have volume here. So
but we don't hear
the
it.
volume.
You guys are not hearing this?
No.
Maybe you need to turn your computer up on the road.
Oh, I hear it. Isn't that the thing? Isn't that why there's because you can't turn yours up?
No, we should be able to hear it. That's why I sent it to you. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we can't hear it when it's going right there.
Regardless, it was pretty cool.
If you can hear it, we can't. But he was badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was totally just walking around meeting people. That's how I know when it was.
You can't hear this.
Not at all. He's good though. I remember it.
He wasn't really playing.
It's definitely Metallica.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
Really
So it
playing.
wasn't really him.
No,
Darn.
we know that, but it was pretty stinking cool.
I mean, that place was going insane when they played.
Yeah.
Metallica.
Dude, it was a fun crowd. It was really.
Well, it's funny. The night before the game, I have a friend that I bowl with. She's on our bitch squad. She's our undisputed bitch. Her name's Mary. Undisputed bitch.
We have a bitch squad. Well, we don't. Squad? She has one.
Yeah, at bowling, there's a bitch squad, and I'm rebel bitch. And Christina, who was Sassy Firecracker, she's Sassy Firecracker bitch. She
was on the show last week.
And then Marianne, kind of our leader, we'll have to say, she's undisputed bitch, but she has nephews that live down in Jacksonville that always go to the games, and they sent us. She's like, my nephew wanted you to see this. They were doing a Jacksonville takeover, so at one of the Tampa tap room, they were doing a Jacksonville takeover.
Yeah.
And said the night before, hey, go down there, check it out. There's gonna be a lot of Tampa fans. Blah blah blah. It was the most poorly run event I've ever seen, and it wasn't really the event planners. Nope. It wasn't the DJ's fault. It wasn't the event planners. It was the bar. The Tampa tap room was not prepared for multiple people to be there.
They had 2 people behind the bar and 1 waitress, and a completely full bar.
Jammed them.
And it wasn't even that busy.
Register.
But 1 register, and everyone that was working there was getting confused. It took forever.
They lost some guy's card.
Took forever to get a single drink. It was probably the worst service I've ever had anywhere.
It was a good experience, though.
It was a good experience.
Because of your fan base.
Right. And there were a lot of people from the NFLPA. I couldn't tell you who all was there, but there were a lot of ex-players that showed up. There was at least 8 ex-players that showed up from Tampa Bay, from Jacksonville, from multiple teams. And I couldn't tell you who any of them were, because the rest of the evening was so just
discombobulated.
Yeah, it was just really poorly run because of the Tampa Bay Tap Room, or the Tampa Tap Room. Sorry, Tamp Room. Don't know what they sell there.
The Tamp Room.
Yes. 30-12, and that 12 came when I wasn't watching. Actually, all of it, pretty much. Anyway, okay, now we can end this part of the episode if you want. Can move on to something else.
Why?
I don't know.
Are you sure?
What more do we want to say about it?
I mean, this was rough. When did you feel like it was out of hand? When did you feel? Was it third quarter? You're like, fuck this shit, I'm done.
Oh, at halftime he was done. I mean,
after halftime.
Yeah.
After I waited for one drive after halftime, and then I realized that was it. Yeah.
And then what happened? Okay,
so it was over. Third quarter when Tampa scored again and again.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, all right, it's done. So it was
okay. And then, so how drunk were you? 1 to 10?
6, 5.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Out of town, good weather in December.
No, it was great weather.
I was feeling pretty great that night. As we left the game, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we know you felt great.
All right.
We know you felt
Like,
great.
Well, no, like I mean, kind of like tipsy wise.
No, I probably wouldn't have driven, but we didn't. But and we had plenty of alcohol, but we spaced it out. I mean, we were there since noon.
Here's the thing. I think I was more drunk going into the game because we took alcohol in a flask that I wasn't going to take in. And I was like, and I had drank before we left.
Right. And we took most of it in, or we took, right. That's exactly what we did. That's exactly what we did.
So, yeah, that's kind of how that went. And I forgot to have my damn Red Bull before I went into the game. I was pissed.
Yeah, it's whatever.
And then after the game,
well, then it took us forever to find an Uber. Well, we met a couple prior to the game. Charlie and Kathy, and right?
Yep.
Yes.
Right.
And then so we had met them, and we handed them our bag that we had with our beers and the Red Bull and stuff, and they're like, "We'll just hold it here. Typically, we're going to stay till the end of the game, but meet us back here. We'll get it back to you if you want." Well, we went and hung out by their car, and they didn't show up. So they were having a good time inside.
Well, to be fair, it's not that they
just forgot.
No, well, they had people in there that they were going to meet.
Right.
And they said, we stay till the end. And they weren't lying. They stayed till
like a couple minutes before the end.
No, I meant not the end of the game, but the end of the partying and the end of the. Yeah, they had to be one of the last fans to leave, which is fine. I didn't need, you only got an extra couple beers. I didn't expect it.
No,
back.
I was just really wanting a Red Bull at that moment.
Right. But yeah, no.
Or hear me out.
Yeah,
just that's what I want. Because after my loss, that's exactly what I was doing. That's exactly what I want. I was calling the guy. I was like, "Do you still sell this stuff?"
Yeah,
that was awful. So,
yeah,
but a lot has happened since then.
That game was an implosion. A lot has happened since then.
Yeah.
And let's even just bring it to, and let's continue with Jacksonville because that leads into your team. Well, it leads into both your teams. But the implosion that Jacksonville has seen since Thanksgiving, literally losing 4 or 5 out of their last 6, 4 out of their last 5. I think I even called it a month ago when I said Tennessee is going to knock us out of the playoffs or prevent us from getting in. And I said this pretty much every week, prevent us from getting in the playoffs, same as we did them last year. The Titans started strong last year like we did this year. And then we got better and made it into the playoffs last year through some amazing games, amazing comebacks. And then the final game was the final game of the season was our first playoff game because it wasn't the playoffs yet, but if we win, we got in. And we were on such a high roll and they were going like this, same as we were doing this year. And so kept them out. But the fact that Jacksonville wasn't in allowed 2 other teams to have the opportunity to make the playoffs. And it's the people that were watching were the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. Because
had Jacksonville won, that would have put Tennessee in a wild card. And that would have meant Pittsburgh is probably out, depending on the outcome. Actually, Pittsburgh had already won their game. So Buffalo wins, they then get in as a potential, or they get into the playoffs or they're out. But Jacksonville winning could have kept them out had Miami also beat them. But now Buffalo is in the playoffs, and not only in the playoffs, but the number 1 seed in that division. And now Miami doesn't even have a home game.
Did you hear Chris Collinsworth talk about Josh Allen like you wanted to have sex with him?
No. Which Josh Allen? Not the Jaguars
Not
one.
yours. No.
No, the other
Bill's
one.
Josh Allen, the one you were talking about. So the way that they were talking, the way he was talking about that man, he was like, "Oh my God." He was just slobbing his knob so hard. And everybody was in real time going, "My God, he's in love with him." All my friends, he's in love with him. But it came to fruition like what everybody wanted. Total implosion. The Dallas game kind of for Miami put Dallas, brought Dallas down a peg in the NFC. And then for us, it was like a statement where, okay, we can do this.
Yep.
We can actually beat a good team. We're
compete with the big boys, right?
So we're not a paper tiger for now. What do? We go out, lose to Baltimore in spectacular fashion. We have nothing for them. We have major injuries on the defensive side. We lost like 5 games against the Bills, like 5 players against the Bills. It was ridiculous going in there. And the difference, not only, so here was my thing. I lit a fire outside. I got wood. I lit a fire outside. My TV can be seen from the backyard. It was like 35 degrees. It was fantastic. Built a big old fire. Made food. I was watching it outside by the fire. It was perfect. I was pacing around, smoking cigarettes, and I was like, this is the biggest game. This is the most country game that we've played in a long time. Since 2008, we haven't won the division. And it was the Bills at home to shut everybody up. The consequences for Tua. All the shit they talked about the defense. The Jalen Ramsey thing. Tyreek Hill trying to get as many yards as possible so we can go close to breaking that record from Megatron. McDaniel's trying to get into the playoffs. There's so many storylines at the same time for the division, for good positioning in the playoffs. It was so cataclysmic for us that now we have to go to the coldest weather game that Tua has ever played in. Theoretically, it'll be -1 degrees when they land. The best thing they can do is probably go today. I hope they're in the air right now, because if they can get there and acclimate a little bit, that kid's never going to pass like that in that weather. So there's nothing that we can do.
And it's only 3 hours away, babe, from us. We could go.
only if you were all dolphin gear. If not, you're not allowed to go.
I mean,
there's except we'd get shit thrown at us.
That's true. Somebody from my work was selling tickets on. They were like, "Hey, anybody who works where you work, $300 a piece, you can go to this game." And I was like,
"Hey,
it'd be kind of cool to go to, but I don't want to stand outside in that weather."
Nope. Fuck no. Who wants to do that? No way.
I mean, I'm a fan of football, but when it gets too cold, I'd rather watch from my warm, comfy living room.
So you can make pizza.
Mm-hmm.
You can order food.
Right.
You can absolutely, yeah.
So Christmas
beers
Eve,
are cheaper.
Christmas Eve is when we went to that game.
Mm-hmm.
And that was also, if I remember, you guys played the Cowboys. Is that when you guys played the Cowboys?
Beautiful day.
Yeah, and that was in Miami, right?
In Miami, Dak Prescott on the road comes into like a hot team. At that point, there was still hope in my heart, and my heart wasn't blackened. And then like a prune that it is now.
And then when you guys played the Ravens, my team got lucky and got a win.
That's
which kind of kept my hopes up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think I even sent you the meme of all 3 of the little race cars from whatever. What movie is that?
Cars.
Lightning McQueen. Cars. Yeah. No, Cars. Yeah. Duh.
You know the
cars.
The cars from that
Cars.
movie.
And I'm like, yeah, but Lightning.
The cars from that movie, Refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yes. But Lightning McQueen is the red one. That's Houston. I've seen the end of this movie. I know who wins this. Yeah, Ka-chow got me. I should have known that. That's Slender's thing too. Anyway,
so yeah, you get a win, and over here, too bad we haven't kept up on the bets, because I don't know if you know this, Sam, but I was up for like 12 weeks in a row. Were we doing it for 10 weeks in a row? I think it was.
Yeah.
For 10 weeks in a row, I was perfect. I had every single.
That's amazing.
Every single time. So we're gonna do it tonight. We're gonna do the same thing we do. We're gonna do Better Sweet.
And we are. Okay.
Yeah, we are, because I need a fresh perspective on.
We'll get that
on what she thinks on and she's going to take her pick. We might go down the line and see who she likes for every game because I need to put together a monster parlay. And
Okay.
I want to win $80,000.
Well,
We're gonna do it.
before we get to that, I do need to ask you, AC, have you been keeping up with HBO? With the
Hard
HBO
Knocks.
series, The Hard Knocks of the Miami Dolphins in season.
I have not actually. I'm gonna.
Oh, it's so good.
I have because I'll tell you what. There's a show a little bit off topic from the football thing. There's a show that I've been watching called Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. It's on Apple.
Oh, you know, I saw that. I almost made us watch this. I almost made us start that last
It's
night.
fire. It's about Godzilla, but it's about other.
But is it actually Godzilla, or is it like a fake? I can't call him Godzilla because we don't
It's
know the
actually
rights to
Godzilla. It's
Okay.
actually Godzilla.
Nice.
Actually, I kind of want to watch that. There's like 10 episodes, right?
Yeah, nine. I'm on episode 7, I think, because
Okay.
my wife is falling
we're
asleep.
probably gonna watch that.
But it's awesome. It's Wyatt Russell.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. Captain America.
Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's son.
Yep. Captain
And
America.
Kurt Russell's also in it. So
That's
Oh,
I'll give you a
nice.
little tidbit on how cool this is. He plays himself
That's
in-
awesome.
in the 50s and in the time that they're in, whatever, to not ruin it, whatever time they're in now. There's flashbacks of him doing stuff in the 50s. He looks just like him.
Wow. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, it's good enough to watch. Trust me.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's
Apple's
quality.
really got it on their shows.
Yeah,
That I
Just
agree.
saying.
I was really into Servant for a while too. You ever see that show? The one where Servant is like it's kind of macabre, but
Yeah, I like
One
that
of-
shit too.
not M Night, but some other Shyamalan.
Really?
A different Shyamalan. And that's not being racist.
No relation.
Yeah, I'm not.
It could be the same relation. It could be.
Could
I
be.
don't know. What could also be racist?
I've
but
never
it's
heard.
not.
No, not this time. It's a
Don't
Shyamalan.
cancel us. No one
there
that's
are.
listening.
I think there are dual Shyamalans in Hollywood.
It probably is.
However, Servant is about a couple that have a child, and for whatever reason, that child does not make it because reasons. And how can I put this?
I love how he's not trying
No,
not to
right.
give
No,
away
he's
too
doing
much.
well.
Right, because reasons, and then it's an infant, so they get her one of those like surrogate like baby dolls that look just like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
You seen those?
Oh,
like, real,
yes,
like,
I
real
have.
dolls with
I've
real-
seen shit on.
And
A
they,
lot of
they
shit
act
about-
like it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then some
Yeah.
people like to ease the pain of the loss of a child, which has to be
Oh, that's freaky
Some
weird.
people just get
unbelievable.
babies,
They get a
baby dolls like that to get those. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
That's
and
freaky.
then she starts. That's the real bait, and like, oh, it's Jake or whatever his name is, and like, and then the husband's like, dude, I want, and the brother is Ron Weasley.
oh
The brother,
shit.
yeah, and
Okay.
then Ron Weasley says to the husband, which is his brother-in-law, like, yo, she's fucking losing it. Like, how are we
Okay,
gonna?
that sounds good.
And when do you break that? When do you stop that? Because
like before it starts
it doesn't grow. It doesn't.
is
eat,
the answer.
You know.
No, I've seen a lot of shit about that. I mean, like women who actually get the babies and have multiple baby dolls that look like real humans that they think are theirs. It's like
Obsessed
the
with
Cabbage Patch thing that you sent, babe. Where there's the group of parents that have their own
Wait,
Cabbage Patch
Is
kids.
that in the thing I
No,
said?
it might be. No, you sent it to me at one, or showed me,
Okay.
or even the sex
You're right,
doll
I didn't
guys
send it
that
to you,
have
nice.
multiple sex dolls that they
Okay,
that
whoa.
are their wives
Let's stop you right there.
or girlfriends,
That's okay.
whatever. I'm
That's
just
not
saying.
bad.
Yeah, no, it is. It's just
Okay, that's
equally
not a
as
bad
freaky.
thing. Okay, we can have sex robots. I'm not saying we shouldn't have.
I'm not saying they're sex robots. I'm saying they're sex dolls that they think are real.
As long as
Okay.
they're not real, then it's fine, right?
I mean,
They can think
whatever.
they're real. Imagine being.
Okay,
Very
so we're
one of
off the rails. So what
Anyway.
you're saying is you've not seen the HBO.
I've not seen
Hard
that.
Knocks is
You
really
should
good
go.
this
You should
season.
actually go watch it. It actually shows your team.
I've seen 2 episodes.
It's actually really good.
I've seen 2
I
episodes. The first
I
2.
really enjoy Tua. I think he's great.
And they're two defensive guys that
oh
are like
gosh, that are
brothers.
besties. Yes.
Okay, you actually learn a whole lot about your team, and I actually
I saw the
I
first
actually
2.
dig your team.
Yeah, I did.
And I
dig
think your
with Dan
coach
as
is a tweaker.
well. He used to be.
you might not.
For real?
Yeah, I think he used to. Well, he used to be an alcoholic for sure. Like
Okay.
Like
Well, I think he's a
registered. Take me
tweaker.
in he might be a total tweaker because
Like,
he's like really low sometimes. And he's like, it's
Yeah.
no,
we used to-
he's.
have you seen Adam Gase? You know who that is?
Mm-mm.
Adam Gase used to be our coach like 6 years ago or something like that, and he would do press conferences. Like he got hired to the Jets, and he was like,
Oh, he looks like a tweaker.
Oh.
like for real. He was like, dude, no, he's on.
Did you just bring
he's
up
on-
a picture of him?
I did.
Oh yeah, I can do
You want
that
to show the rest of us?
No.
I mean, you can.
for Festivus. I'll show.
Come on.
I'm going to show you.
Casey's
Adam
got
Gase.
this.
I'm doing it. I got you.
right.
Adam Gase eyes.
I mean, I wanna see it.
First thing that comes up is Adam Gase eyes. You got Adam Gase eyes.
Oh, I gotta get better at that. That song. Sorry, Betty Davis eyes.
You got Adam Gase eyes. Here we go. Yikes. Oh, did he go? Why does it do this? Why does it do that?
Back.
Let's do that. You're back.
There you are.
All right, now show me. I don't know. You kicked me out right when I came up. Oh yeah.
I hate that.
Oh, I remember that dude.
I do not.
Yeah, I remember him.
Dude.
Yeah, that's
and
funny.
it's serious shit. People are not like this guy. Look at this. Super tweak. Like the first thing you see is
Yeah.
eye. Let's see what happens.
Johnson,
You hear that?
Mike McCagnon.
Oh, we
Rest
can
of
now.
the Jets organization. I know it was a long process for you guys.
Jeez,
A lot of
Louise,
candidates.
man.
I know it was a lot of.
Looks like that guy took fucking 3
tireless
whacks in the
nights.
back, bro.
I know we had a couple late night FaceTime sessions there at the
Oof,
end.
look at that one. I
always
bet you
fun
some
when you
late
kinda
night
think it might be the
FaceTime
call,
sessions.
It's not.
Dude,
Ways away before we get players.
Wow.
When he went like
looks
this one
like a
time, he was like,
puppet that I have.
He does
That's
look
the
like a
most-
puppy.
He looks
but-
like a puppet.
the-
He
oh,
looks
wait.
like what?
My
He
boy
looks
took
like what-
pre-workout before the press conference, and he's ready to get to work, Stephen A.
Let me stop.
Oh,
Boy,
they're
it's a
discussing
pre-workout.
being a
What I'm gonna say
tweaker.
is this: if that were a player,
pre-workout.
if that were a player, we'd either be asking for some tests to be taking place, or y'all would ask me to say, "Stay off the weed."
I don't think that doesn't look like weed.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm saying-
Oh, no.
saying
Not that I'm an
listen,
expert.
I don't mean
Guys going the
literally.
other direction.
I'm obviously not.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
And nor am I implying. I know nothing.
Yeah.
I know nothing. I'm not accusing him of anything. I am simply saying that look
What?
on that man's face, he don't look
Like this?
there. He don't look there. Listen, all right, we on first take. If I came up in here on any weekday morning on this show, and y'all saw me like this.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
So
If it-
anyway,
if it looks like a tweak, it smells like no. Seriously,
yeah, I
that-
know.
the
But Mike
dude
McDaniels looks crazy too.
he looks well. The guy we were just seeing looks like a puppet, or what most people think Zanzia actually looks like. And I won't confirm nor deny.
Adam Gase might be the most animated ventriloquist puppet I've ever seen.
All right, let's talk about your current coach.
Sure.
Dude pulls his pants up so it looks like
Oh.
girl pants.
Hold on.
What's up?
Oh, you got.
Hold on.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you're gonna show a picture
I'm
of that?
going to share something
Do it.
that's hilarious that I said I'd only share to you, AC, so I guess this counts.
Okay. I'm ready.
This is Dave's interpretation. of your
Technically,
Is he making fun of? He's talking shit about my
that
coach.
says the only person that you can show this to is AC because he'd get it.
Yeah.
So
Oh, is it sharing it? Hold on.
I got
Why
it.
is it
Yep,
not
I got it.
sharing
I got it. I have to.
All right.
I have to approve
Oh.
it.
Okay, yes.
All right. That
Oh
is
my
your-
god.
That's in Tampa in our hotel.
That
room.
was in Tampa, in the hotel room.
Your legs
me
are really
saying,
different than what I thought they were going to look like.
Let me be the Miami Dolphin coach
Well, here's why.
and show my capris.
He was like, as we were getting ready to leave the hotel, he goes, I look like I could be a Jacksonville coach. I'm like, you kind of do, because he had his shirt tucked in. He's
Right.
got, whatever. And he's like,
You need a
I could
visor.
be.
I
Right?
did.
I'm like, you
I
could
said-
be, you could be Miami's coach.
I
when
go,
he did
wait,
that.
hold on. I'm Miami's coach. And so I just pulled my pant legs up.
Yeah,
It
dude.
worked.
See?
You can be.
Technicality.
You need a Doug Peterson visor.
Yeah.
Dude,
like-
hey, there's plenty of openings. There's
Keep
plenty of openings.
keep smoking Marlboro Reds. Get like a more of a
Yep.
grumpy face like him.
I
I bet he's grumpy. I bet he's grumpy.
Yeah.
I could. All right. Should we get to some picks?
Let's do it.
Should we?
Hell yeah.
Should we better?
I'm
sweep
excited.
it?
This is I like this because
Also,
Sam's here, and I'm gonna make some money because I know she knows the goods.
and
She
I
knows
also, or just go opposite me because I miss every single. The funny thing is when we knew Dan Rod from before.
Honestly, when we did the Pick'em League, I was pretty great at it.
We did.
But
a,
you actually almost won.
we did a pick'em challenge with Dan. It was Dan Rod, and at the time it was Ron J. And we did a pick'em challenge where we picked every single game of the entire season
against the spread.
against the spread.
Wow.
Every single game of the entire season
Honestly,
against
we
the
should
spread.
do that next year, guys.
Which is
Going-
hard because injuries and
I understand.
Well, you
but-
pick it every week.
Going
Oh, you
don't
pick it every week.
at the
You don't pick it
beginning.
every
You
okay.
pick it every week. You go in,
every
you
week.
go.
You pick who's going to win against the spread.
So if you
every
do
single
that,
game.
that's what I do in Vegas, and you would be rich.
Right. We did pretty
Well,
well. Dave came in second.
I came in second, and I lost by one game.
If you do $20 a week, like 17 games a year or whatever, minus
Mm-hmm.
playoffs, like and you're good at it. Like I didn't always bet the bet that I made on the prognostication I made on NFL HQ. I would have for 10 weeks. Let's put it this way. Let's say you take $50 and then that parlay hits, right? And say like the three, like there's four of us, and
Right.
we're making four different picks. If you get a parlay of 1, 2, 3, 4 games, and all those games hit, and you put $50 on that, you're probably talking about like $800, right? You take those $800 and then you put it on to next week, and then you do the same thing, and then you do those four picks. And if we would have done that, we would have exponentially, like what happens in 10 weeks, you would have
We could have.
you would have like $100,000.
I'm
We
going to tell
made
you.
a ton of money.
I'm going to tell you what could have happened.
You know,
we could have
we could
bought
do
an
that.
audience for tonight.
Just one. We have somebody on Twitch. Hello.
Hello.
Twitch.
Thank you. We're on Twitch.
Mhm.
Sweet.
All right, let's
Alright.
check it out. So we're gonna go to betting odds, and then we're gonna.
And
go
are we
to
betting
NFL.
against the spread, or are we just picking the winners?
I want
Now-
I want this loosey goosey for Sam. I want her to feel like she's choosing clear.
Who's going to win and
No,
whether they're
don't-
going to cover or not? Whatever.
Don't feel encumbered.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
saying shit.
I got you. Hold on.
I'm terrible at
Sorry,
this.
sorry if you get tossed. I'm not doing this on purpose.
I'll say, you know what? No, my bets don't matter anyway. No, I'm actually still here.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Woo! All right. So we have the wild card weekend here, NFL odds and betting lines. Wild card. So the way this works, Sam, do you know you understand against the spread? Yeah.
Yes.
So
I
against
do.
the spread, right? Minus will be not so much for you, for
Mhm.
maybe you, for the three people who are watching now.
They're giving Houston, right? If it's minus, they
That-
give
so-
the points, correct?
Exactly.
So
They're gonna have to win
So
by
who's
3.
favored in that?
So Cleveland's favored.
Perfect. You
Yeah.
understand it
Because they
perfectly.
want to win
It's
by
like
3.
bowling with handicaps.
Yep,
They're giving
Exactly
points,
right.
yes.
Yeah,
You understand
exactly.
it perfectly.
And then money line, just so you know the lingo, money line means just win. So if you
Okay.
think I think Houston money line, then you just mean like no matter
They're
what,
just going to win.
they're just gonna
It doesn't
win
matter. They win.
by
Doesn't matter
100 or
points.
by 1,
by a point.
by a point.
Right.
Just the dub counts, right?
Okay.
So here we go. So on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, that is the 13th of
Yes.
Saturday, right?
Yes.
So Saturday
Yeah, it
we
is.
have the Cleveland and Houston game, right? Then
Mhm.
also Saturday we have the just under that, yay, the
Mhm.
Miami and KC game. I would absolutely bet against this game. I'm going to take KC -4. I'm going to
Really?
go ahead of myself. yeah. I don't like that game. It's the
Honestly,
coldest
I
weather
think
game.
Miami takes it, and I think it surprises you.
Money line.
Yeah. I think
Just
they.
Wow, on the road. In
You think they
-1
go on
degree
the road
weather.
in the cold
My
and
girl.
win that game?
I do.
Is it because you've watched every episode of the HBO series Hard Knocks?
Wakanda forever.
Is
Might
that
be.
why?
No,
Thank you.
I think it might. No, I honestly, I think it's.
Injuries and everything
Mhm.
against Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Okay. She's made her choice.
I thought there was an echo there for a second. I thought I turned my shit back.
No,
up.
I
Sorry.
think honestly, as we were talking about it earlier, I'm like, Miami's got this shit.
Okay.
They do.
Well, that's going to give me some juice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's not that
I think Texans take the Browns though.
you like this. So
I across points, everything. I think Texans get the Browns.
let's look at the NFL.
So you think the
schedule.
Texans win that game also?
Yes.
So you're going with both underdogs so far?
Yes. That's who I am.
Okay.
No, actually, I've
That's who
been
I am.
watching the Texans play as of late, and they look pretty fucking
CJ
good.
Stroud is
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
he's the
saying.
man.
I think Texans take the Browns. I think the Browns shit the bed.
Let's take a
See
quick
what
look
you
here.
did there.
Sorry.
See what you did with the Browns joke.
So the Browns, the Browns are going to take on. So the Browns at the Texans, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Yes. And that's why I think Texans have the upper
It's
hand
in
there.
a dome. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Dolphins Chiefs, you think that one's going to be
I do. I think it's
you're just going
Dolphins.
to money line
Yeah.
Dolphins. Okay.
Yep.
No worries. That sounds great. Let's go back to VegasInsider.com. What do you think, Dave? What do you think?
Oh
about the
no.
first-
Oh no. I'm not involved.
Yes, you
Oh
are.
no, we're not going to do it normally like we do in NFL Q. Let's just pick there's just wild card. So let's just pick all of them. What do we think is going to happen?
You know,
Let's make some money. Let's make some money for me and for everybody else.
here's the Browns have looked better than they should have. Actually, the NFC North has looked better than it should have. I can't believe they have 3 teams in because I did not think that would happen. However, Texans actually beat the Browns in the regular season, I believe.
Mm.
Did they not?
I don't know.
Fairly sure they did. And here's why. Because I'm pretty sure Jacksonville played the entire NFC North or AFC North. Excuse me. I might have said NFC earlier. I meant AFC North. Jacksonville might have played the entire AFC North. Said it again. And the only team we beat was Pittsburgh. We got beat by the Browns. We got beat by the Bengals, and we got slaughtered and destroyed, not like Miami did by the Ravens. The Browns look tough, but they're I do like that quarterback too. That one's a toss-up for me.
CJ Stroud, you mean?
Yeah, that one's a toss-up. CJ Stroud looks good. He should win Rookie of the Year. Am I right?
Offensive Rookie of the Year, sure.
He should. And they might have a defensive Rookie of the Year on that team
the
too.
Browns beat the Texans 30.
the Browns beat the Texans?
Oh, then Texans
the
definitely
Browns
win on
beat
that
the
one.
Texas.
Okay, then I'll agree with my wife. The Texans win then.
That's
At
all
home.
Okay.
At home, no, that's fine. If they already got beat by the Browns, then I'll take the Texans this time.
Okay. That's
Okay.
a good way to hedge. You're hedging. Hard. And what do you think here with the Miami Dolphins and Chiefs game? Dolphins on the road, fish sticks, frozen fish sticks.
I like your Dolphins. I think it's going to be too cold. Kansas City's used to it. They've been there many, many times. I don't think the Dolphins win this.
I think they pull it out.
So you're talking about money line Chiefs?
I'm talking. They're gonna get beat both ways. It's gonna be Chiefs by 7 or more.
Okay, so they cover the 4.
Yeah, they're gonna cover the 4.
They're gonna cover the 4.
7 to 10 points.
Got it. All right. So
Although,
yeah.
What?
never mind. I'm trying to talk myself out of it.
No, fuck no.
No,
We have a Miami one. We're okay. I'm going to choose against Miami. I think that Kansas City covers the spread. I think it's going to be under. So whatever the over/under of the total game.
I agree.
Number
The cold
will be-
is going to
it's
make
gonna
it. Yeah, I don't even know what the
run
over/under is. It's going to be
run the
under.
ball.
Well, it's not going to be a high scoring game at all.
No, it can't be.
I think.
No, it's too cold to catch that damn ball. Here, let me also say something. The teams that we talked about at the beginning of the year, the Kansas City Chiefs, team to beat at the beginning of the year. That's
They're
what we
not
talked
the team
about.
to beat anymore, though.
That's what we talked about, though, at the beginning of the year, team to beat. But they're not. They've fallen off. So if there was a game that I would say, all right, this is a possibility, Kansas City Chiefs are not the team to beat anymore. The Ravens are.
Yeah.
And on the NFC side, the Philadelphia Eagles are not the team to beat. You know what? They've looked like my Jacksonville Jaguars. They've played such a terrible month.
Yeah, I think
They
I
look
have
like
them
my
this
Jacksonville
week, right?
Jaguars, and yeah, we're going to get to that. But they've definitely fell from what they were. So those two teams that I thought were the team to beat at the beginning, Kansas City and Philadelphia,
I don't think so.
Not this year. And I think neither one of them make it to the Super Bowl.
Philadelphia probably had the worst run of any like cupcake schedule at the end of the year. Like they fucked up hard.
Yeah.
No,
So, also injuries have been a thing.
Jacksonville.
Injuries are real. No, but Philadelphia, I'm saying also to parallel with Jacksonville. Has had a slide, big slide. So
they had enough wins to still make it in the playoffs
for sure, which is not saying much these days, I guess.
Right.
So Browns Texans. So you like the Chiefs to cover the 4, and
I like the Chiefs to cover,
and you like
the Texans to upset.
I like the
Texans to upset.
Money line, or do you like the by 3?
Oh, I mean, it's only 3 anyway, but yeah, I'd say money line. That's
money line just means beat. Right?
Yeah, money line. You're just
spread. I mean, yeah.
That's what makes it juicier, Sam. Yeah,
I think. Okay, hold on. I think Texans for both. On
Yep.
that.
Yeah, you think Texans are gonna straight out win that game?
Yeah, I think they're gonna fucking blow it out of the water there.
Okay, so they are going to.
Yes.
They are going to cover
They're
the
gonna
3.
get the spread. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, cool. So got that.
So
I think
those are Saturday's games.
Yeah, I think the Browns are going to do that with Joe Flacco as well. Joe Flacco is an incredible story. That's another thing that's I suggest a video. I'll send you guys if you want to see like the deep. It's like a 20-minute video on YouTube. It's a deep dive on how his progression and how he won the Super Bowl and all that, and like how he basically was out of the league for 6 months. This was it, like forced retirement. He came back and he dropped 265 on Amari Cooper. It was amazing. Like that's a really good feel-good story. Like Joe Flacco's a killer. So 38 years old and he has a cannon. So I think he's going to do it. And yeah, I think the Chiefs. So the Browns are going to win by 3, and also the Chiefs cover 4.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to go with it. We're super depleted defensively. I thank you for your support. We're super defeated defensively. We had to sign.
In a rough week.
It's been a rough week, and honestly, I
still think you pull it out.
It feels like a mirror match from last year when Tua got hurt, and then we did the playoff game with White, and it's just. I don't know. I'm very disillusioned. My tone is very different this time of year, right now.
I mean,
than it was earlier.
Knock on wood, Tua's made it the whole season.
At least that tattoo saved his ass. That tattoo saved his ass.
You're not wrong in that. But AC, I feel you. No, I mean, not. I mean, at least you guys are still both in the playoffs this week.
But the worst possible outcome. Yeah, but it's like. Hey, I don't even know a good analogy right now. Like it's the worst possible way to get in.
So far, you don't think that your team will do any damage in the playoffs. You think they're going to be out.
That's right.
And Sam, you think AC's team has the potential to do damage.
I do.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so
much. All
much.
right. Well, we're going to get to the opposite of that shortly, because that won't be till the last game though. That's a Monday night game.
Nah.
So
really, it's the Monday night game.
It is a Monday night game. But anyway. I'm going to let you guys do this part. I'm going to take a quick break while you guys discuss who's going to win these next few games, and then I'll be right back.
We'll bring you back into it.
Right. Yeah, we'll put you back in the fold.
Yeah,
I want to go do whatever you're about to go do. So
I'm going to do both those
at the same time. I know.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the Steelers are going to play the Bills.
Hang on. This way I don't get to go here.
Okay, bye. So the Steelers are going to play the Bills. And the Steelers play the Bills, and they don't have TJ Watt, which is their best defensive player.
I think Bills get it.
Bills get
Both, always.
I hate them. Do you think by 10?
I think so.
By 10? Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I do. I think they do, especially if they don't have Watt for the Steelers.
Yeah. Plus, they have to go to the Bills. They have to go to New York, which is whatever. Right. They're from cold weather.
I mean,
still.
They're both used to cold weather, whatever it throws at them, but I think it's the Bills.
Yeah, me too. The 10 number is big time. I think
it is
coming off the hype of like beating Miami and winning the division. That was really bad for me. I was in a bad spot.
Okay, so it's funny. The Bills playing Miami this past week on fantasy. We had 2 fantasy teams. I had and each fantasy I had 2 on both, but I had Allen on the other. And so it was like my 2 fantasy 2 fantasy quarterbacks playing each other. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Josh Allen, whatever, but I mean, I still think
he runs a lot.
yeah, and I mean, he's not like Lamar Jackson, but
No, but I
he
mean,
does. He can pull it out and put up some points. So I think the Bills get it on this.
I agree. So it's Bills.
Yeah.
So it's Bills over Steelers. I agree as well. And then we'll get his take. But then we won't tell him what we chose.
Yeah.
So, and then the Packers and Cowboys. So the Packers come in with Jordan Love, which is a replacement for Aaron Rodgers, right? Number 10. They jumped up 3 years ago in the draft to go get him, like so many picks, right? And then they grab him. Aaron Rodgers is not happy about it because they haven't picked a first-round wide receiver or tight end in ever to help him out, right?
Right.
So you got Aaron Rodgers there, and you kind of like give him like
Rodgers is still a little douche. Sorry.
He is. Right. Agreed. However, this is back then, right? Before his true douche self came out.
Right. That's true.
He was already
still the
big.
golden boy. Yeah.
Right. He was, of course, but I mean, as long as you play football good, if you throw that
you
ball,
can't fuck for anything.
if
you ask all of his girlfriends.
Is that right? He can't fuck?
Yeah.
Is that the cheat?
That's the tea.
You heard it here first, yo. You heard it here first. Aaron Rodgers is not a good fuck boy. Oh no.
I mean, because that's the real shit here. I mean, we're talking about
that's what really matters, guys. Because we're the TMZ. We're gonna switch the content just into who fucks good in the NFL. So Danica Patrick was bow-legged. I figured she was getting piped because she was bow-legged as fuck. Her legs go like this, like it was just
right. I know.
I thought that she's perfect to like. I thought he was like.
If you're not working with much,
is that what it is?
That's I've heard.
Damn.
I know stuff. We're talking football, not.
No, we're talking football. That matters too. Holy shit, dude. Does Dave know? Does Dave know this? This is crazy. Guys.
Pardon me.
Oh my God.
I know.
Break
you
the
heard
story
it here first,
here,
folks.
right here. What publication did you hear that from? What kind of can you cite notes?
Actually our local radio station has a morning show, Todd and Tyler, and they have brought it up multiple times with citing resources, and I don't have them, but I've heard it there. So
no, okay, yeah, but
it's a thing.
So Danica Patrick has gone public with how bad the fuck
I'm pretty
was?
sure, yeah.
That's bad.
We're talking about Aaron Rodgers doesn't fuck well.
Wow, and I'm blown away because holy
Dave's like,
shit.
yep, I know.
No, I don't know whether he fucks well.
Yeah,
Why
you
would I know
don't
that?
personally.
We found out.
But it's heard.
No one knows except for Danica
No,
Patrick.
sure,
And who else? Who else did you think?
I don't know.
don't
He's been
know.
with a few people,
But does Danica Patrick fuck well? That's what I want.
Well, what I
she
had told
probably
Sam,
does.
she probably does because she's bow-legged, so she has like she looks like she's already she's riding a fucking Afghani fucking horse. She really, I thought that she was piping the fuck out of her because
horse.
yeah. What do
I
you
don't
call
think
those
he's
things?
working with much. Is what I said.
Oh gosh. Anyway, so
Or he's.
did you pick?
I picked only the one game.
Okay.
So no, you don't tell him.
Steelers Bills.
Don't
You
tell
don't-
me. Don't
I'm not
tell,
telling
don't
you what
tell
I
me what.
picked.
No
I'm
bias.
saying I
No
only
bias.
picked the one game
Okay.
so far.
Okay.
All right. Where are we at? Sunday.
We are at Sunday.
So yeah, Steelers Bills. All right.
Steelers Bills. What do you pick?
And then I was breaking down a little bit of the history of Aaron Rodgers gives the baton to
Love.
Jordan Love. And
Yeah.
ironically, his name is Love, and he doesn't have a small penis.
There you go.
Probably
I'm sure.
doesn't. I don't
And
know.
that's
I'm
where-
sure Jordan Love has a big dick.
And that's
He's giving out big dick energy.
He's got the love.
At least.
and that's where we paused.
We
And-
went down a rabbit hole of
these next two games are easy for me, so I can't see the points on either.
10 on the Steelers Bills.
Oh,
Favoring the Bills.
okay.
And then 7.5 on
Ooh.
Packers Cowboys, favoring the Cowboys. Ooh, look at me knowing how to do this shit.
I'm really proud of you. I'm about to say. So we'll make it a little bigger. Can you see it now? So the Steelers,
yeah.
Man.
a little bit
Yeah.
further for Sam and for everybody else. So these things are here like Bet365, FanDuel, MGM, Caesars. These are all just different sports books. So different sports books and casinos might have a different spread. Sam.
So
They're
in
all
that
the same.
so in that first game, did you guys both pick or just Sam?
Just Sam.
Mhm.
And did you go money line or did you pick the spread?
I picked both.
Okay.
Well, I mean, one of the if you pick
I picked it to be I picked him to
the-
win both.
Okay. Well, you don't have to tell me. I thought you weren't going to tell me.
I picked whoever I picked to win both.
Well, you picked the Bills because the Steelers should not even be in the playoffs right now, and they are.
And no TJ Watt.
I would agree 100%. And no TJ Watt. Okay, then 1,000%. Steelers shouldn't be in the playoffs right now. They lucked their way into it, and that's not an Andrew Luck Indianapolis Colts joke. It's just they should not even be there.
Nice.
I don't know why they're there. I don't even know how they still had a chance. Doesn't matter. They shouldn't be there. And the Bills are the team that's going to wreck people's fucking future. Coming up.
If they make it to the Super Bowl, they shit the bed,
Hold
though.
on. Well, as always,
Mhm.
but I don't know that they go that far. They won't go that far, but the Bills are coming up at the right time. The Steelers shouldn't have been here at all. The Bills win by 14 or more points. So,
Okay, so
I
the Bills
agree.
cover.
They win and they cover. They bill and they cover. They pay the bills.
You and I had the same.
Yeah,
thought
they
process
win
there.
and they cover. As far
Right.
as the other game,
I have not picked
you
on
haven't
that
picked
yet.
it. Go ahead.
Well,
Or
if they
actually, AC.
if they cover the spread, you obviously they're winning. So
Mhm.
it's you're only picking
Right.
one thing there. But if,
Yeah,
but if
the
you're
Bills-
picking the other team, then you're picking
Yeah.
for them not to lose by more than blah blah blah.
Right.
Yeah, Bills
So-
win that.
Bills win that. So I agree. I'm going to take Bills money line, but I do not agree with you or Sam that the
On the
Bills are going to
spread.
win by 10. So I believe they're going to win more by 7, not so much because it's going to be cold. It's going to be
They're both
windy.
used to cold.
They are, but I don't know who's the quarterback. Is Kenny Pickett the quarterback for the Steelers? We don't even know. So
No, Rudolph's going to start that game.
Rudolph.
I
Oh, that's
think-
right, Mason Rudolph. Yeah, sorry.
Mason
I don't
Rudolph.
even know
Mason Rudolph.
I have
exactly.
no
So
idea.
who knows?
Because I
Right.
don't even.
Again, they shouldn't be there.
That gives me it doesn't give me confidence that it's going to be a high scoring game if I can't name the other quarterback.
I mean, that actually gives me more confidence than it would be.
Kenny Pickett. That it's going to be a high
Seriously,
scoring game.
If I don't know who is on the opposing team, maybe it's going to be high scoring on the other end. So
Maybe okay. I
We'll
like
see.
that there's change. I like that there's
Mhm.
a difference in our pickings.
yes,
So, Packers and Cowboys. We hadn't picked this one yet, so up for grabs. Did you want to go first, Sam?
I don't even know. I
that's
would
part of
have
the
to say. I would have to say Cowboys are going to win, but I don't want them to.
You say Cowboys are going to win
Sweet.
right now. The bet in every single casino in Las Vegas, including FanDuel and DraftKings, is -7.5, and that means you have to win by 8 because obviously the hook.
I don't think they'll get the spread, but I don't.
You think
I
the
don't
Packers
like
will put up
either
a fight?
fucking team. Let's be real.
Me neither. Yeah.
Can
they both lose?
Really fucking hate the Cowboys.
So fucking bet against it. Just fucking bet against me too. Dan Rod.
But
would
I
love
don't think the Packers pull it out, though. Sorry, we were talking.
The Packers pull it out.
I
You've
see
just
what you
described
did there.
sex.
I see what you did there.
Sorry, I just.
Mm.
Yeah,
No.
I don't.
Most
think that,
Packers don't.
They don't have to. If you're fudge bagging, you don't have to pull it out.
No, I don't think the Packers can win. But I don't think that the Cowboys get the spread. So,
Got it. Okay.
what do you think, my love?
Cowboys win and they get the spread. 10 points.
Cowboys do win by 10 points.
Yep. Cowboys by 10.
You think the first playoff game for young
Yeah.
young Packer love?
Yeah. No. Love's got
I
Love
want
Packer.
to hope that the Packers keep it close.
So do they, I bet.
Jesus.
I bet. I know.
Keep it close so I can pack it.
They can't keep close.
throw
to
it deep
them
in your tight end.
Cowboys. Those Cowboys don't like packing.
Come on, cowboy, ride my Packer so I can throw it deep.
You sound like
tight
Skinny
end.
right there.
Throw it deep to
We're
your
gonna
tight
find out.
end.
Skinny's on the show tomorrow
I
night.
know,
We're
we'll
gonna find out.
Oh, I'll be there.
All right, definitely.
So next, okay, I have to do my picks. My pick
Yes.
for the Packers. I agree. I think that the Cowboys are going to win and are going to cover the spread. It's just too much. I think the bright lights of the first playoff game for young Packer Love will not be that successful. Plus, Cowboys firing on all cylinders. So
Yeah.
we did get to beat them. Just gonna put that in there.
Oh,
So Rams.
how are the
Lions,
Rams in it?
5 p.m.
Sorry, I know. They've not looked very good lately.
I was
Stafford's
surprised
back.
to see that.
Stafford's back,
I was surprised to see him in there.
Mm-hmm.
and then Puka Nacua, who's their new say that name?
Puka
Puka Nacua.
Nacua.
Puka Nacua, nice.
I didn't have to read it. You said it. I could repeat it.
I didn't. If I typed it out, we'd be in trouble.
I'd be like,
No, she'd say
Puka,
Nuka and
Patuka banana.
I talked to somebody from Puka, Mississippi today, and I looked at it and I was like, nope, can't say that. And she goes, here it is. And I was like, okay.
Nope.
All right, now let me ask you this.
Here's how you say it. I was like,
You're
oh,
from
I got
blah
it
blah
now.
blah, Kansas.
Yeah.
Does this game coming up, the Rams versus the Lions, does this decide who actually got the better deal in the trade?
Totally.
Because they traded quarterbacks straight up.
Yep.
After that trade, the Rams win a Super Bowl.
Yep.
But a couple of years later, the Lions have had the best season they've ever had. Is
Nipping
this?
at the
It's I'm surprised
Who
the
goes
Rams
first on
are in
this
it.
one? I
So
shouldn't have to pick first every time.
So Puka
All right.
Nacua just broke the single season rookie record for receiving. So he got that right at the end there, and it was phenomenal. The kid has done better than any offensive wide receiver rookie literally ever. So, and that's thanks to Matt Stafford too. So we got that storyline going on, and then you got the incredible story of Jared Goff just against all odds in that defense with the Lions, and they were really robbed against Dallas. Did you guys see that play that was controversial with Dallas and the Lions? It was at the end of the play. It was a 2-point conversion.
Yes.
And then the lineman was about to told the referee, "I'm an available receiver."
Yes.
And then
Yes.
he looked at him and said, "Okay, you are." And then he said 70's receiving, but the guy's number 68. When they threw him the pass, it was
They-
They
Yeah.
said he wasn't right.
And they lost.
Well,
They didn't check
this
in.
past week he actually redeemed himself and
Mm.
caught a pass and made it better. But
Amazing.
yes,
But
it
a lot of
was-
people are saying there's an asterisk next to that game
Mhm.
because really
It's
that
true.
was officiating that lost that game. So if you think
Yep.
about it, the Dallas
Yep.
did also it's coming off a loss if you want to look at it that way.
Mhm.
And the Lions are coming in on a hot note. So that's another storyline. Dave, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Okay. So I would say that he's been there before, meaning Stafford. So I think the bright
Good
lights and all
coach.
that, he's a good coach. And, having that kind of presence on the field is incredible. The kind of weapon that Puka Nacua is. The fact that there's no inclement weather also plays a factor. So kicks are going to be a little bit more valid, easier to hit. I would say that I like, even though I just said that about Stafford, I think the Rams will cover the spread, meaning they won't lose by more than 3.
Okay.
So I like the Rams plus 3.5. What do you guys think?
I'm gonna go last this time.
That's fine.
David.
I spoke at the beginning of the season how the Lions don't know how to win and that they might make the playoffs, but they're going to do what they always do. They changed my mind recently.
When do we break the wheel? When do we break
they got to break the wheel, right? I mean, they got to win a game. I mean, and this is in Detroit. This is a stellar season for them.
This is a dome game. This is a dome
It is a dome game, which doesn't really matter for the Rams coming in.
No wind, no nothing. No inclement weather. Kicks are all up to you. This is the ultimate level field, but also AstroTurf.
I'm gonna go opposite what both of you guys are gonna do. Meaning, you said the Rams are going to cover.
I'm gonna
Correct?
I'm gonna
But
take
they
the
won't
Rams.
lose
They might
that
not
much.
win, but
They're not going to
whatever.
win. I mean, they can win, but they won't lose by more than 3.
right. I'm gonna say that taking away from everything that I said earlier about, I can't even believe the Rams are in it. I think the Rams win this game. Straight up.
Money line.
Money line, I think the Rams beat the Lions,
Let's go.
which is going to go opposite of what you said and opposite what my wife's going to say. She's going to pick the Lions. I'm just
I
letting you know.
absolutely am picking the Lions.
Nice.
So
to
there you
cover
got
and-
three
yeah.
completely. Yeah, of course you got them.
Across
Lions,
the board. Yeah,
So Lions, you think the Lions are going to win by 4 at least?
at least.
I'm just trying to keep my streak alive of losing every single pick. No, I'm actually not. I'm not trying to.
I need us
probably
to
will.
like make a record of all of our picks.
I'm writing them down.
I'm gonna win.
I'm writing them down.
Oh yeah,
I've kind of got them written.
I'm also
AC,
going
take
to
this to your bookie or the whatever.
My phone?
the sports books. Yes.
yeah, totally. No, I'm gonna. What I didn't know who was writing them down, but I was gonna go to the end and watch the segment again,
Yes.
and then make my parlay. And
I feel like I'm gonna
definitely show
win.
it to you guys.
All right. There you go.
So, all right, let's keep winning. So then we have at 5:15 p.m. the Eagles and Buccaneers, and we're done for the evening.
Yeah.
Don't do,
you
do it with
can
your
go last. You want me to
don't
go
do it
first?
with your heart.
I'll
Yeah, you can go
first.
last.
Eagles
You go
win.
Money
Eagles
line?
win.
Eagles win. Baker's been. Oh, here. Let me talk.
Eagles win. All right.
You got the
And
you got
points
the
or not?
dolphin syndrome.
Yes, I do. I'm gonna pull an AC here. Baker's been looking okay. He's been limping off. He got injured 2 games ago with the Saints, where they look like shit. And he is a journeyman quarterback, which he's doing fine, but he doesn't have it against the Eagles. I think the Eagles fucking take him.
You heard it here first, people. He doesn't have it.
So
He doesn't.
They take them and points.
And they take him
By more than
Well,
They
three?
take him always.
So so you like
they
money?
take Baker every
They
way
take
they can
him
possibly take him.
always. Always. So you like them to win money line. Do you think they'll win, like make it juicier? Do you think they're gonna beat them by 3? Or do you
Yeah,
think
I
they're gonna
do.
win by like
I do.
So you're taking the points. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's taking the spread.
Always. That's why I said always.
Like not always like every time, but like always like every possible way it can be.
Not just the
In
maxi pad.
always.
Right. No, I was thinking maxi pad, but it just confuses me a little bit because all you have to say is I'm taking the points. Because if you're taking the points, that means obviously they're gonna win because they're gonna win and they're gonna win by some.
Right. I mean, Eagles are gonna win. I hate to say that. I love my Buccaneers. I want them to win.
I like the honesty.
Realistically, nope, not gonna happen.
I like the honesty.
Yeah,
the
especially
raw,
with
the
our
raw
defense
honesty.
right now. I mean, it's not all that great either.
But you still have Mike Evans, and you still have it.
Okay, if we
mean-
can get it to him.
You don't have Mike Allstott anymore, though.
He sure got it to him during that game against Jacksonville, didn't he?
No,
Shut
he
up.
did.
All right, that's enough.
I remember
mean,
that
if
game.
Levante David can
So-
get some sacks, I mean, we're thinking
My turn to pick.
Yes, it's your turn.
Dicks.
Take your pick.
All right. First off, we've already talked about 2 things. Number one, I was down there. One thing twice. I was down there in Tampa Bay, and after that win, man, the next day, those fans and those news stations were just like, "Oh my gosh, we've got it." Baker Mayfield, he's coming in. He's coming into it, and they're coming into it at the right time. You know what? Actually, for Tampa, they did. They came into it at the right time to get into the playoffs. Additionally, Philadelphia's had the worst run, similar to Jacksonville's. I think they've lost as many games in as many weeks. I agree with my wife. Buccaneers get destroyed. Philadelphia is going to win this game by at least 7.
We should invite Anthony over. No, I don't want him to be here.
You do not want Anthony.
You should.
Do not want Anthony at this house during that game.
You and Anthony watched
Screaming at each other.
No, it was like 7 years ago.
No, it was like it wasn't 7. It was Saxonville. It was we watched my game together.
4 years ago.
No, he was here and you played each other. I thought.
No. I was playing the Patriots and we lost.
No.
And then his team ended up winning the Super Bowl that year.
Oh.
Ooh.
So anyway, I
Go,
agree
my
with my
man.
wife. Eagles win this game by
You're taking the points.
and they cover. Yep.
It's a
So you're
landslide.
taking the points -3. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So they got to win by more than 3. If it's
Yep.
3, guys, remember, if it's 3, you push.
No, it's
So
7.
There's no money. Okay.
Right. We understand how this
Okay.
works.
God, explain betting to us one more time, Vegas guy.
All right.
All right.
Reader.
It's not only that. I mean, there's also people in the audience. My gosh.
No.
sorry,
Oh, yeah. I
You're
thought you
right.
were.
Oh shit.
we're also
There
other
are
people.
people
that-
listening.
Yeah, they may not know. They may want to know. So
Sorry, folks.
Dan Rod's gonna listen tomorrow. Dan Rod.
Dan Rice will be like, "Fuck you guys!
Yeah.
I have all this
Fuck
shit
you.
to say.
He's like,
I am
He's like-
so good at this."
yeah, he's
I've got
working
these-
like, what the fuck?
Dude, here's what I missed from tonight. His numbers segment. I love his numbers. I really do.
Me too.
He goes, the next number is
Hey.
6. And he says, what
Can I
6
just
is all
throw
about?
this
And
out
he's like,
there?
what?
Yeah,
I've
hell
had
yeah.
a lot of fun tonight. Can I be on NFL HQ next year or going forward?
You can come on as often as you want.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Can I be the chick commentator?
We honestly need
You
some
can be our
red in the
sideline
picture
reporter.
because me and him, always have a microphone. Like, hello guys.
No, I'm just
Stand
saying
out in the
this has
driveway.
been really fun, and I know I don't know as much statistics and things as you guys
Hold on.
or whatever, but I watch games and I know how fucking shit goes, and I can do this shit. So I'd like to do this again.
And imagine if your parlay hits.
It's
And
great.
you're gonna be fucking hooked. You're like, I
Hers
need to
is-
be there. Every
Hers
week
is
to
going to
get
hit more than
money.
mine will.
Right? All right, so my pick is gonna be, you know what? I'm taking the Eagles. So there's two different bets. Remember, it's
Yes.
for everyone
Yeah,
out there,
yeah,
not you guys. I know you know, but for everybody out there, it's two different bets. Money line is a bet, or Eagles with the points is a different bet. So I'm gonna take Eagles money line just to win. I don't think they're gonna win by more than. I don't like that. They might win by 1 last minute field goal at the end. Wild card is kind of screwy. So we'll see where it goes. So that's where I'm going to go with that. And in that's our short little weekend here with football. So instead of
you go.
betting a lot of different teams, we're going to bet some teams, but increase the money value a little bit. And
Heck
maybe bet,
yeah.
instead of $10, let's do 25. You know,
There you go.
try
All
to run
right.
a little bit like that. But that is, and that was our little segment Sam called Bittersweet, where it's bittersweet because sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, huh?
I know.
And but it's been a decent year for me at least. But we'll recap that at a certain time. I had a couple of pictures of pictures that I had, like receipts that I
Of
had
all the
won.
money he's won. That part
We're
is
in
true.
Nebraska, and they think gambling is.
I don't know. The devil.
devil.
The devil. It's the devil.
Yeah.
Hit the devil.
We have to.
Foosball is the devil.
We literally have to go across the river just to bet.
Mhm.
Even on our phones, you got to drive across the
Yeah,
river.
it's geo fenced. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
It's,
bull-
We
Bullshit.
technically we could go to the airport because the airport,
Is
or we got to
well,
stop
yeah,
before we
well,
get to the airport. But
yeah.
sweet. Yeah, you pay 50 cents to be there for an hour, make your bets, and let's go.
there you
Yeah.
go. All right.
Well, with that, I have to. Is that the dinner bell? I do.
Yes.
It is a dinner
Um,
bell. I hear it.
Thank you all for doing this, Sam, especially you.
This is so much fun. Again, I'd like to come back.
Come,
You can.
practically begging us.
You don't
Dave.
have to ask.
I'm not
again.
begging you, I'm
can.
just
You're
saying.
good at this. You
Uh,
know what you're talking
Here's the
about.
thing.
Hell
Dave
yeah, I
was
love
like,
her.
Dave was like, "Hey, I'd like you to do this with us." I'm like, "I don't know fucking football, but I've had a really good time, so
Yeah.
let's just do it again."
And you know,
Hell yeah.
football.
I do.
You do. You know,
And-
you
And
pull-
we need somebody with a red team because me and
Yeah.
Dave have similar colors and it's weird. So we need to get along.
Yeah,
Yeah.
aqua and teal. And I'm not even sure which is aqua and which is teal, but yours is aqua. Mine's teal.
Well,
guess.
and then he has orange and you have gold. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's weird.
I know it's weird, but
Pirates are best.
Higher.
I suppose. Bye, everybody. Wave everybody goodbye.
All right.
Bye.
See you
Bye,
guys.
everybody. Sam, see you
next
next
week.
time, buddy.
Oh, real quick.
Oh, what? What happened? You want some
no,
of
I'm
that?
gonna get fired for that.
Oh, well, we just might.
All right.
Later, guys.
Later.
Bye.